Hi, welcome back to another session. This is session number 7, tip 7, and we are going to explore how we can verify images in this session and if they're broken or not, if they appear as they should be on a certain web page. To perform this and execute this test script, we are going to use our sandbox on our website, gabrielfiti.com, which I'm going to provide in the description of this video. And if you click sandbox and then broken images, as you can see here, I have laid out one valid image and there are two broken ones here and here. There are many reasons why an image would be broken. Either the extension is wrong, or the link to that image is not correct, or the image is actually not available on the source web page. So let's explore how we can test this in our test script and write a smart and dynamic test script to be able to verify these type of situation. Let's hop in. So let's create the test class for this test script. And what I'm going to do is simply, I'm just going to copy tip number 5 and paste it and create a new class out of this. As we're going to use actually the same logic in here, we're just going to update a few parameters in this. So let me go ahead and copy this and paste this into my package. Paste, and let's name it tip number 7, verifying all images are fine. Okay, and in here I'm going to use a different URL. URL I'm going to use is the following. Let me just copy this and paste this into this. And the rest is almost the same. So if you have to go over the logic in this test script again, um, in the before and after, we're going to handle the driver instance. And over here, this is to verify the status of a link. We're going to use the exact same method. Maybe we can change the method name of this. In here, get all href attributes. We're going to get all the source attributes, because if you go into this and if you look into this, so in the link it was a href attribute, but for images it is a source attribute, as you can see here. So we're going to take this information and then try to use a HTTP method to be able to get a response, which should be 200, and then verify if that image is valid or not. It's the same logic, just with a different input. So let me go ahead and change the name of this. So the way we change it, we right click it and refactor. Let's say verify all images. And then these we're going to leave the same. So the tag name where we're going to pull in all the image web elements is going to be img. As you can see, the tag here is img. So instead of a, I'm going to use img here. So this way I pull all the web elements with this tag into this variable here, which is a list web element. And again, if you want to go to tip number 5 and see a detailed video about all of this, you can go ahead and do this. It's in the same playlist. Again, tip number 5. And then instead of saying get all href attributes, I want to get all the image attributes. Let me change the name of this method to right click, refactor, and say get all image attributes. Let me also refactor this here as well. I'm going to say img Go back and do this one more time. When I refactor this, what happens is all references this is going to be updated to the same name. So let me say EIMG list, and let me get rid of the href at the beginning, and enter. Now I've changed all of them automatically. And the attribute that I'm going to call or I want to get is the source attribute, src. Let's save it. Let's see if there's anything else here. Basically, the source is also linked to here on the web server. So I can leave this as is, and I'm not going to change the name of this. There's nothing in here I have to change actually. So this receives the string URL and then it checks if the connection that's been opened through this method here, if it responds code is 200 or not. So that's basically what the test is. Let me see if there's anything missing. Not really. Let's say image failed here. Let's save this. Let me also change the name of this here too. Refactor, rename all IMG web elements. Perfect. Let's save it and let's run it. Let's see what is going to happen. Click the play icon here, run verify all images, which is going to execute this test for us. It launches my browser, goes to the relevant web page, gets all, it was very quick, gets all the image web elements, and then it runs through the link test method here, the link status, and returns to us a Boolean value, which is then applied as an assertion in here. As you can see, 2 of the images failed, which I was expecting because there are 2 of those that are invalid. This is a valid image, so it should not fail, but the failed ones are the ones I was expecting. Perfect. So let's also add to this a data provider, so I can use this in total as a regression test for all the web pages that I'm going to provide here. So the idea is that you can use data provider to launch a lot of websites or web pages for your application and can do this run once. So you don't need to run it in a particular test case when you open it up. Instead, what I do is I run it through all the available web pages and I input them into an Excel sheet and then I pull that information into the script. For now, just for demonstration purposes, we're going to use a data provider to perform this. To be able to create a data provider, you'd have to add the data provider tag that comes from testng provider tag. And I'm going to call this name, let's say web page provider. And it is a public method which returns an object array, and let's say dp method return new object and I'm going to add the same website that I have here 3 times just for demonstration purposes. You can add a whole list of available web pages on your application. I'm just going to copy this and paste this in here. 1, 2, free, semicolon, save. Now I'm going to pull in this data provider into my test. And the way I'm going to do this is by adding to the test annotation the data provider here. And the name of the data provider was, let me just take a look and copy this and paste this in there. And paste. Perfect. Let's save it up. So this time if I run this should run 3 times because there's 3 data inputs that come from the data provider into the test. Therefore, it should run 3 times. So let's execute it and take a look. Launches the website. Let's pay attention here. Oops, something failed. Let's see. There's no parameters defined but was found to be using data provider. All right, I know where this failed because we provided the data provider, but we did not use the parameter for this. I'm just going to say string test URL, and I'm going to say image. I'm also have to pull down this into my test. Let me cut and paste this in here because every time this test is going to run 3 times by getting a new URL, and I have to also pass this parameter into this here. Let me save this, and now if I run this, this should be working fine. Let's run it. Launches the browser. Pay attention, it's going to refresh itself 3 times and is running the same test on the same page 3 times. Of course, in real life, you would have different pages. You wouldn't have only one page, but this is for demo purposes only, so it's fine. Well, hope this helps, and if anything, just leave a comment, and if there's any subject you want me to cover, mention in the comment, like and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.